The zombie apocalypse. It's a scenario that has captivated our imaginations for decades. From movies to video games, we can't seem to get enough of the undead. But what if it actually happened? Where would you go? Who would you trust? In a world overrun by flesh-eating monsters, survival becomes the ultimate prize. Finding shelter is paramount. Food and water become more valuable than gold. And trust becomes a dangerous luxury. Amidst this chaos, one question arises. Could our schools, those bastions of learning, become our sanctuaries? Let's explore the possibilities. Schools, by their very nature, are designed with security in mind. They are built to withstand the everyday wear and tear of hundreds of students. Fences often surround the perimeter. Doors are typically sturdy, often made of metal. Windows, while providing potential entry points, can be boarded up. Many schools even have security cameras, offering a limited surveillance system. While not designed to withstand a full-blown zombie siege, these features do provide a basic level of defense. They offer a starting point for fortification. Beyond their physical structures, schools possess another advantage: resources. Cafeterias, while not gourmet restaurants, house substantial reserves of non-perishable food. Think industrial-sized cans of corn, beans, and fruit cocktail. Not exactly appetizing, but enough to sustain life for a while. Furthermore, nurses' offices often contain basic medical supplies: bandages, antiseptics, pain relievers. These items, while insufficient for major medical emergencies, could prove invaluable in a pinch. And let's not forget about the humble school bus, a potential escape vehicle or transport for scavenging missions. Schools are often strategically located within communities. They are typically situated away from high-density areas, reducing the immediate risk of encountering large zombie hordes. Many schools also have playgrounds and sports fields, providing open spaces for escape or even for cultivating small gardens. However, their visibility within the community could also prove to be a double-edged sword, potentially attracting unwanted attention from both the undead and desperate survivors. Section 5. Shop class saviors, turning classrooms into command centers. Now let's talk about the fun stuff: weaponizing the school. Schools are often overlooked as potential fortresses, but they are treasure troves of resources. This is where things get interesting. Imagine transforming ordinary classrooms into command centers, where every tool and piece of equipment serves a new purpose. Schools, particularly high schools, often have workshops equipped with tools that could be repurposed for defense. These workshops are gold mines for survivalists. Imagine using welding equipment to reinforce doors or turning metal shop tools into makeshift weapons. Welded barriers can provide critical protection against intruders. Chemistry labs, while potentially dangerous, could provide ingredients for Molotov cocktails or other incendiary devices. Use extreme caution. The chemicals stored here can be both a boon and a bane. Art rooms offer an abundance of art supplies that could be used for camouflage or distractions. Think about using paints and fabrics to create decoys or hideouts. Remember, in a zombie apocalypse, resourcefulness is key. Every item, no matter how mundane, can be repurposed for survival. The ability to adapt and innovate will be your greatest asset. Section 6. Schools out. Forever, the downside of seeking refuge. However, before you start packing your bags for zombie high, let's consider the downsides. Schools, despite their potential advantages, are not without their flaws. Accessibility is a major concern. Most schools are kept locked after hours, and gaining entry during a chaotic outbreak could be challenging. Overcrowding is another significant issue. Schools designed to accommodate a specific number of students and staff would quickly become strained under the weight of additional survivors. This could lead to resource depletion, sanitation problems, and increased tensions. Section 7. Bricks, mortar, and mayhem. Can school buildings withstand the horde? Then there's the question of structural integrity. While schools are built to be relatively sturdy, they are not fortresses. Windows are vulnerable, roofs can be breached, and, depending on the age and condition of the building, walls might not withstand sustained assaults from a determined zombie horde. Furthermore, school layouts designed for efficient movement between classes could become death traps in a zombie invasion. Narrow hallways and stairwells could quickly become choke points, hindering escape and putting survivors at risk. Section 8. Pop quizzes and pandemic plans. Are schools prepared for the unthinkable? Most schools have emergency preparedness plans in place, but these are typically designed for natural disasters or fires, not flesh-eating hordes. These plans often include regular drills, clear evacuation routes, and designated safe zones. However, the unique challenges posed by a zombie outbreak require a different level of preparedness and adaptability. While some aspects of these plans, such as evacuation procedures and designated safe zones, might prove useful, their effectiveness against a zombie outbreak is questionable. For instance, the speed and unpredictability of a zombie invasion could render traditional evacuation routes useless. Additionally, the psychological impact on students and staff could hinder their ability to follow even the most well-rehearsed plans. Moreover, the success of any shelter relies heavily on leadership and community cooperation. School principals and administrators would need to step up as crisis leaders, ensuring that everyone remains calm and follows the plan. Community meetings and discussions are crucial for building trust and ensuring that everyone knows their role in an emergency. Without a clear chain of command and a willingness to work together, even the most well-stocked and fortified school could descend into chaos and infighting. Supplies need to be organized and roles clearly defined to prevent panic. Schools must also consider the mental health of students and staff, providing support and counseling to help them cope with the stress and fear of such an unprecedented situation. In conclusion, while schools may have the basics covered for more common emergencies, the unthinkable scenario of a zombie outbreak would require a whole new level of preparation and resilience. Section 9. Shelter or death trap, weighing the pros and cons of school sanctuaries. So, are schools a viable option for surviving a zombie apocalypse? This question has sparked much debate among survival experts and enthusiasts alike. The answer, like most things in life, is complicated. Schools can be both a sanctuary and a potential death trap, depending on various factors. Schools offer a mixed bag of advantages and disadvantages. On the plus side, they are often equipped with sturdy structures, multiple rooms, and various facilities that can be repurposed for survival. On the one hand, they provide a degree of physical security, access to resources such as food from the cafeteria, medical supplies from the nurse's office, and even tools from the janitor's closet, and potential for creative defense. Classrooms can be fortified, and gym equipment can be used to build barricades or makeshift weapons. On the other hand, they suffer from accessibility issues, overcrowding concerns, and structural limitations. Schools are designed to be accessible, which means multiple entry points that can be hard to secure. Ultimately, the decision of whether to seek refuge in a school during a zombie apocalypse depends on individual circumstances, such as the number of people in your group and the specific threats you face. The specific characteristics of the school, including its layout, location, and the resources it offers, and a healthy dose of luck. No matter how well you plan, unforeseen challenges can arise, making adaptability a crucial skill. Regardless of your chosen sanctuary, remember the key to surviving any disaster, zombie-related or otherwise, lies in preparation, adaptability, and the ability to think on your feet, and a healthy dose of skepticism about the cafeteria food. After all, even in the midst of a zombie apocalypse, some things never change.